perfect guest to react to that story. Former NFL quarterback and author of the new book. It's called Shaken. There it is right there. Go and buy this book. It is so good. I've been reading it over the weekend, and I'm so proud of you, Tim, for so many things. We're going to talk about your career and your book. But what's your reaction to Colin Kaepernick?
Well, I think it's just unfortunate when you're able to hurt, when you hurt someone's feelings like that. But I think, I got the chance to play with Kiko, and he is a really good guy. And it was fun to see him make some big plays in that game. But I just think for me, my goal has always been able to bring faith, hope, and love to people, especially in their darkest hour of need. And I think what we need right now is bringing people together in this country more than separating people. So I think that's my goal.
All right, let's talk about your book a little bit. You tell some amazing stories. You started with a chapter called The Cut, and you talk about being cut, and you were cut from 3 different teams, and you talked about how hard that was for you as a Christian and as an individual.
And as a player.
And as a player,
yeah. I think it's difficult because, it also cuts into your pride. It cuts into your goals. It cuts into your dreams. And when all of that feels like it's shaken, how do you react? How do you handle it? And for me, I felt like, hey, going to the Patriots was going to be a dream come true. Play under Tom Brady, and then when he retires, we'll go play for Belichick and win a bunch of Super Bowls. And, that was my goal. That's what I thought was going to happen. And then you get cut, and it's like, hey, what do I do next? And I remember flying to Jacksonville and sitting on the edge of the bed thinking, okay, I have no house, no car, no one wants me to do what I want to do. What do I do next? And at moments like that, that's when you really find out what your identity is all about and what defines you.
Yeah, you talk about how hard the headlines were to read, and then going home back to Jacksonville, making that call to your family when you had them all on the conference call to tell them you were cut. What it was like to walk away from that 15-minute meeting when you learned your career could be over, and maybe never having a uniform on again.
And maybe never having a uniform on again, and that's really hard. And especially when you feel like you had worked so hard to get to a point, and this was it. This was going to be the opportunity. This was going to be the dream come true, and it gets shattered right in front of you. That is very difficult.
People love about you that you're a role model, that you're not afraid to share your faith. I mean, doing the Tebow, that became such a phenomenon. And also your Wish Foundation, I'll talk about that in a little while. But there was a story that struck me when I was reading the book, because it just shows what a good guy you were. You worked for Coach Belichick. You played for Coach Belichick. You really respected him. You were offered a $1 million endorsement to do a one-time commercial for a company, and you went to him and you said, should I do this, Coach? What do you think? And you said for any other coach you never would have asked. You would have just done it and gotten the $1 million. And he said, I'd really appreciate you not doing it. And then a few weeks later, you're cut. He cuts you from the team, and you could have made that $1 million. You tweeted out after he cut you about how proud you were to be a Patriot, how much you loved the coaches and the team. What was going through your mind?
Well, I didn't want to be a distraction on the team. I wanted to be just another guy in the locker room, someone that could work, someone that could be a backup to Tom, and I didn't want to be a distraction having stuff all over the headlines. And so that's why I called Coach Belichick to say, hey, what do you think about this? This is a great opportunity that I would say yes to, but I want to do what's right for the team first. And he just appreciated me calling, but said, hey, listen, I would have preferred if you didn't do it. So of course I didn't, because it would put the team first, and that's not something that I look back and regret at all. It was me trying to honor the team, and if I could do it again, I would have done the same thing.
Some people say that your faith is a distraction, and maybe that's why you have not landed with a team for a long time, and I applaud you for that, because you're putting your faith above the sport, and I think that's awesome. What about baseball? It's awesome to see how God's using you in another field now, or another sport.
I love it. I've had so much fun being on the diamond and being in Instructs and then Arizona Fall League, and had such a blast, and it's such a huge learning curve for me, but I'm enjoying every single day. I'm enjoying the training. Can't wait for spring training, and it's so fun to take on a new challenge, and I'm just having a blast doing it.
You've done great with it. You're saving lives even. We watched you save that guy's life.
I don't know if I'm saving lives, but...
You saved his life. You saved another life on the airplane. Some people in the studio were saying, one more life saved and you're going to be a saint.
I don't know about that, but I'll tell you what, I've kept in contact with the young man, and he's doing really good, even though he's a Georgia Bulldog fan. So.
You love all people, don't you?
Yes, we do. Right, gracious for everybody.
The Wish Foundation, what is your slogan? Because I love it.
To bring faith, hope, and love to those needing a brighter day in their darkest hour of need.
That's awesome. And you put all of that. I've been to your golf tournaments. You're such an amazing person because you love all of them. Share one quick story from the book of one person that's impacted your life.
Well, it's hard hard to choose one because we have so many stories in there of young people who, you know, you talk about being shaken, you talk about going through adversity and obstacles, and they've gone through more than I could ever possibly imagine. And whether, you know, it's been cancer, whether it's been cerebral palsy, whether it's been brain tumors, on and on and on. But these kids show so much heart and resilience, and they really understand what it means to, you know, have a relationship with God where you're not shaken in the midst of all this adversity. And one of the things that I love right now is one of the girls I write about in the book. Her name's Robin. Well, we have another Wish girl named Kate who might only have a couple of days to live in Ohio right now, but she's from Jacksonville, and Robin's writing letters to encourage her right now, and they've become best friends. And I think it's really awesome to understand what it means to have people around you that love and support you. And, you know, Robin's writing that, going through all of, you know, her adversity, and yet she's encouraging another one of our Wish girls, and it's just really encouraging and inspiring.
That's great. So many women out there want to marry you, Tim. Are you dating anyone? Do you talk about it publicly?
I'm not dating anyone right now, but...
What about the key around your neck?
This was made by a sweet girl in Houston who does a lot with our Night to Shine. We have a worldwide movement for people with special needs, and this is a way to support them.
Right. He allows some of the special needs individuals to go to prom night, and when New Year's Eve rolls around, that's what he's doing, making a difference. And then going down to Haiti and helping kids in orphanages. You're an amazing role model.
Thank you so much, Ainsley.
We need more people like you around. So everyone buy his book. It's a great book. I think you'll enjoy reading it. It's called Shaken.
Thank you.